right. So, this is very cool, and there's just so much I want to cover in regards to Art of Fighting. It was one of the very first fighting games I ever tried in the arcade. It was one of the first fighting games that is, to some degree, almost decades before its time. Like, some of the stuff that they introduced into this was so good that I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, we got decades later and we have some games sort of touting these things as like, oh, look how wonderful this is. But Art of Fighting actually did it all the way back in 1992. It's crazy, like, how good this game is, right? So Art of Fighting, you either play as Ryo or Robert. If you're playing single player, if you're playing two player, you've got a total choice. I think it's 8 characters that you can go with. But let's just jump in. Very simple button controls. You've got punch, kick, and then you've got your throw move on C, and then D is your taunt. Now, what's really interesting is that this is one of the very few fighting games out there that actually has a resource meter for your special moves. So you can do punches and kicks, right? And you can see that green bar underneath your health bar. But when you do a special move, it actually starts to take away portions of your resource meter, right? Which is crazy. Now, you can do the dragon uppercut or the uppercut, rising uppercut move, and that doesn't take it away. So that's kind of cool, right? But the fact is that you have a fighting game so long ago that one of the pinnacle of the king of fighters, like, this is the great grandfather of the king of fighters games, right? And you actually have this resource meter in there. It's actually quite full on. The fact that, like, certain special moves and whatnot, as you just saw, can put me or them in a staggered state as well is phenomenal, right? And it's not, I would challenge any modern day fighting game person to try and play this game, right? You can't just go and do real fast stuff. It actually, you have to be quite methodical in how you do your fireball, or you have to be very precise doing your uppercut, stuff like that. It's crazy. And one of the things I love about Art of Fighting is just this, they wanted to tell a story. Ryo's sister gets kidnapped. He's trying to find her. His best friend, Robert, goes with him. And they go through the stages of these guys to try and hunt down, you know, his sister, and by, like, shaking him down for information, right? Now, one of the cool things, too, is that you can actually drain your opponent's energy resource by holding down taunt or pressing taunt. See how I removed some? So now he can't do any special moves, but I can. So you can actually cripple your opponent by taking away all of their ability to make, like, to create special moves. That is unreal for a game that came out so long ago. The intricacy of Art of Fighting is just phenomenal. Like, it's so good, right? And look, this dude's a machine. Like, he's kicking my ass. So I've taken away his ability to do specials, but again, Jack has always had a massive reach with that double flying kick. Like, it's just crazy, right? The fact that you can drain their resource meter so they can't have certain special moves, and it renders them, you know, with a disadvantage, is pretty crazy. And certain special moves require a certain amount of your resource meter as well that you can't do, right? Which is amazing. Or am I gonna get him? Nah. Wow, I went to taunt, and that's it. This is like, seriously, this is amazing, right? An absolutely brilliant fighting game. considering after all this time. Now I am checking, like I've got the move list over here just to see what I've got available. It's called a spirit meter, so energy resource, right? So your spirit meter, right? So when you taunt them, you reduce their spirit. There we go. I've reduced it right down. He can't do actual special moves at all unless he uses his taunt to actually build it back up. And you build that back up by holding the punch button, right? So he's missing some stuff. So I'm gonna, there he goes. Oh, there we go. He's always been challenging, man. Oh, he jumped that. He jumped it again, man. Oh, there we go. This is intense. Right? The fact that there is so much intricacy in this game from so long ago still blows me away. One of the other things too, I'll let him hit me a little bit. One of the other things too is that you actually get battle damage on your face. You can see my cheekbones have swelled up more. If he hits me again in the face, right, it'll actually start going bruised. See if he can hit me again. Come on. There we go. So it's bruised and it's bleeding. 1992. 1992. Just keep that in mind. Okay? Alright. Here we go. See if I can... He was fighting the spirit drain then. Right, so now I'm gonna zone him. There we go. I got him, man. That's intense, dude. Look at my face, man. I'm all beat up. I cannot get over how wonderful this fighting game is. And I challenge any modern day fighter to pick this up and see how you go. Now, they did make console ports. I am reviewing Art of Fighting, the actual arcade version, which is great, running through an emulator. By, you know, for, you know, made by Neo-Geo SNK. It's so good, man. I can't wait to be able to show you guys the home versions. Now, you also got bonus games, so you can actually choose between 3 different types. Bottle Smash, Ice Smash, or Hadouken Hadouken, right? So, watch the timing and press A button to fix... Oh, there we go. I didn't do it all the way. So, if you don't do it all the way, you might do partial damage, or if you do real low, you might do any. I messed it up before, and I just knocked the bottles over. I failed at training. That's just terrible, man. Right? Now, the fact... Now, when you play 2-player... I'll show you that in a second before I finalize. Right? When you play 2-player, you actually have access to other fighters. Right? So when you play single player, it's literally playing story mode. Which is pretty crazy. Right? Oh god, Lee's always been a pain in the bum. Right? I'm gonna zone her. Maybe not. Oh no, get off me! Oh, dude. That's insane, man. How can a game that this is this old? He's got me on the edge of my seat. That's crazy that move goes through. So you got to be really careful with your taunts. You got to time them like perfectly. And then try and get your resource back before they hit you. So you got to take like every opportunity you can. Oh no! Oh man, got me. That's intense. You actually fight King in this game, and the final blow actually knocks her shirt off, and you can see bra underneath. That's... God bless the Japanese. Anyway, so we'll press 2-player, just so I can show you case just how some of these other characters look, which is pretty cool, right? So you got a total of 8 characters that you can choose from. I don't know if there's more in the home versions. Again, I'd have to check, right? But the fact that you can drain their resource meter every time you press it, which is awesome, right? And it does, I think it slowly builds up, right? But you know, it's not that quick, right? So it's pretty cool. Oh wow. This stage is very reminiscent of a certain Street Fighter named Guile and his Air Force stage. Now the real question is, did Art of Fighting come out before, what do you call it? Has he got a Dragon Punch move? I love that move, that's so cool. Did Art of Fighting come out before Street Fighter 2? That would be the question. Right? There's King. Actually, I'll put them on King so I can show you the thing. We'll go Robert. So it's really cool that you got access to all these characters in 2-player mode, and I'm pretty sure in the home version, they made it a lot simpler than simply needing another controller to be able to press start. Again, I'd have to check, but we'll see what we see. So yeah, and I always like Robert as well. They pretty much mirror each other in terms of like special moves and abilities with Ryu, which is cool. So the Italian Stallion, he drives a Ferrari, man. In the story mode, instead of Ryu on his bike, Robert's on his look at that super move, dude. Right? And it tells you, like, so depending on how much spirit you've got, if you've got like 75% spirit, then you can do like a bigger like the super version of that, which is crazy, right? So kick. And it knocks a thingy off. This game is awesome. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think of Art of Fighting, the arcade game. One of the first fighting games I ever played. Anyway, catch you guys next time. See ya.